Another day, another day.
Another day, another day.
Anyway. Spending a better part of this day and the last couple of days just prepping for the roleplay thing, and soundtrack side is fine. Sirenscape, generally very good. It's a bit of a pain in the ass that you have to pay at the highest tier in order to actually have any actual control over how the music plays. It's really annoying. As in, you cannot manually determine looping without paying the highest tier. It's still not much, relatively speaking. It's $10. I think it's a small price to pay for a good variety of music and sound effects and a whole system. But still, they don't make it clear. That's what annoys me, really. I've been preparing, trying to get people to actually conclude their character concepts, like come up with descriptions, come up hopefully with some sort of icon that I could use on the virtual tabletop, because that would be so much easier. It's not necessary, but at the very least I want them to be able to describe what they look like, and meaning kind of where they are from. One person has been most diligent in coming up with everything in a timely manner. That's one out of 3 players. We're all busy with our stuff. I just wish people would communicate with me more directly about being busy. It's over. This is way over like 50%, somewhere around 50 to 70% of making a role-playing campaign as a game master. Not game master, but I mean that's an option too. Yeah, most of the job goes into trying to shepherd your players into a pen where the actual thing can happen. That's most of the job, really. Then keeping them on track is another one entirely. It's a fucking miracle that a game ever happens anywhere. Anyways, let's get the ads out of the way and get to Enderal, shall we? I don't really like doing this, but it is what it is. Such is the nature of Twitch. didn't go ahead with the wizard game. Because I've been mostly busy for the entire day and I didn't get around to downloading it. I'd like to do a little bit of something before I start yet another thing. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go and do some... Nah, fuck you. I'm a prophet.
One day, Naya. One day.
What are you talking about?
Well, well, Naya, isn't that a sight? The one they all talk about has come to visit us. Greetings, Prophet. I'm Juslan Sharim, and, as you might know already, one of the ever-renowned Neramese mages around here. What's your name?
Chadley.
An unusual name for a half-Eterna, but a good one,
I know.
nevertheless. But anyway, what brings you to me? Do you need anything specific, or do you just want to talk?
Well, you know quite a lot about magic. Care to share your insight on how it works?
What, are you asking me to teach you? From what I've heard, you know magic as if you've studied it for centuries. But sure, why not? What do you want to know?
Just humor me. What can you tell me about Sinistra?
Shh, don't talk so loud. You know how our holy friends around here feel about this school. We don't want them to get upset, do we? Sinistra. It's the mightiest of the three schools, but also the most dangerous one. Which
The
is
one
why
I
practicing it
practice.
is forbidden on every continent of the civilized world, except for Kiran. That is mostly due to the kind of eventualities it interacts with. The human psyche and the forces of life and death. Someone trained in the arts of psionics is capable of forcing his will onto others, and I'm not speaking metaphorically here. An able entropist, on the other hand, can revive the dead as his minions, and channel the energy of death. A stunningly powerful feat if you know what you're doing, and a stunningly suicidal one if you don't. This is
That's
also
fair
why
enough.
only 5 of 10 students of Sinistra manage to master it. The other 5s either stop in time or end up as either a driveling lunatic in an asylum, or as a greenishly steaming skeleton.
Good
Both
odds.
of the latter rather undesirable perspectives, if you ask me. So if you plan to use it yourself, just be careful.
Sure. What is there to know about thaumaturgy?
A thaumaturgist is able to alter his body and his surroundings to his liking. In practice, that means he can, for example, create magical wards between his fingertips, or send bursts of telekinetic energy towards his foes. He can also boost his own bodily capabilities, and even go as far as healing his own wounds, even though that is to be done with caution, since it strains the mind quite a lot. A very noble school, you see, but also very limited.
Yes, you go insane from healing yourself.
Elementarism. If
Elementarism?
Sinistra is a
What did you
Scaragian
say?
dagger, and thaumaturgy is a solid broadsword, then elementarism is a giant two-handed warhammer. A good elementarist is able to realize eventualities in which
Elementarist.
the air around him suddenly bursts into flame, or channel lightning from the sky. A very aggressive and powerful school, as you can imagine. Most arcanists favor it above others.
Okay, neat. Stop. You're a Kiranin, are you?
Well observed. I'm a child of the sand, a vassal of the Golden Queen, or whichever other nickname these idiotic people around here have for us.
So how did you end up in Nerzul Aranthiel's order? Kira and Nerim aren't exactly a stone's throw from each other.
That's a long story, and no offense, one
Eh,
I rather
fair enough.
wouldn't share. I'm not a friend of wearing my heart on the sleeve. Suffice to say that I as most of the Order have had bad experiences with the reign of the Lightborn. Didn't we, Naya?
So, what is this Naya?
Someone asks about you, darling. Isn't that charming? Most people are too polite to. But I'm afraid I can't satisfy your curiosity, at least not today. Let's just say that there are more things between life and death than what meets the eye.
Okay, fair enough. Don't you move. No souls. Curious. Now, obviously, one thing I probably should be doing is, or could be doing, is going to the bar, going to the inn to actually see our old friend who brought us to Ark in the first place. But before that, I seem to recall that they really don't like me using spells around here. So I'm thinking of using the which one? Scripts. Can I put the strain? Oh yeah, this is what I found in the catacombs under the city. Riverville, yes. We have some talisman things to do. I don't remember where the talisman crafting thing is in Ark, but I know where it is in Riverville. It was this house. Create a talisman. Rugar One Eye. Samael Dalitsu. Yeah, I only ever had 4 souls, didn't I? Yes. So, reagents. Mage Mercenary. Would an enchantment 19 would I? So I can't really do shit without getting it. Technically I do have a 19. It might want more from me though. No. Entropy adept. I need to buy more books. No loitering in the city, eh? Fine. Fine. Yes, this one had a bed. Now I'm hoping that there is someone with learning books in their inventory.
Well, there comes a point when you just have to live with it.
Greetings. Yes, of course.
Okay, she does have a bunch of the books. I'm gonna buy all of them.
Malthus bless your travels.
Plenty of crafting points to go. Lockpicking and alchemy. Ah, it's crafting books. Now enchanting is a total of 25. I need an ectoplasm iron sword, I think. Nowhere near. Bone meals was the other one. Yeah, that's gonna make do. 25 of these, or something like that. I seriously don't have something as garbage as iron.
You're not from around here, are you?
No.
I know that accent.
Walk blessed. That if you have the smithing skills and want to find some, I might. What do you
Do you have a
need?
sword? No.
Take care.
You're useless to me.
It's always the same with
Yeah?
these novices.
What do you... No, I
just put them out for you to look at.
Dickhead.
Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Was Iron Dagger enough? Maybe?
Walk blessed.
Go have a look-see. Sufficient enchantment. I would need... No, I would need ectoplasm for all of them. Is it just one ectoplasm though? Oh, it was the enchantment that needed to be 25. Ah. Makes sense. Rune sword, rune sword, rune sword, rune sword. Fuck. Well, it is looking like I will need a rune sword, and I'm not gonna get one of those here.
Uh-huh. Now, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Yeah, obviously not. I do have my rune dagger, but that's not enough. I just mostly want all of your gold.
Walk blessed.
How about
What is that guy's problem? Horseshoe, several skulls, some leather. What do you mean still here? Was I supposed to go somewhere? Eh? Okay. Oh yeah, I cannot give up the shovel. It's too important. A shovel. Oh wait, did I store everything? No.
another travel?
Yeah. So I need to find a rune sword somewhere.
I thought I was the only one still traveling.
There is that one manor over there. I would be most curious to go and visit. Actually, we could do that.
These lands.
Fuck it, why not?
10 pennies for a sack of grain.
Let's go explore.
Grandmaster Aranthi
skill is as unusual as his reputation suggests, it seems.
Yep. Wingardium Leviosa.
My sir.
Mm-hmm. I see you have taken to the wizarding game as well. Is it any good? I'm gonna be playing it anyway, but you like it. I mean, that's decent enough, I suppose. It's apparently occasionally even challenging. Combat-wise. There is always a difficult choice. Weirdo. Multiple sets of spells and whatnot is not easy to manage with the controller fluently. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being a problem. So, as said, have you been keeping busy? Control support feels good. It's always nice to have options. Functional options, obviously. 10+ hour workday, Jesus. Yeah, no wonder you've not been answering messages. Not that it's easy to get you a message across anyway. Only the second one, ugh. Disgusting. I know. I've gotten used to it. For better or for worse. That's why I need to keep bugging you more than usual. Like, I had a bunch of shit that I had to figure out for tomorrow. Edgy Mac Edge face. Oh boy. That is all fine and good as long as you can, well, preferably have some sort of image that can be used for your character in the virtual tabletop. Some concrete description of the character so that, you know, you can introduce the character and all that. And the main reason why you're even there. Optimus Edge. Oh yeah, I do have means of transportation. We are you are going to be an interesting group of individuals. A cat gunman, an edgy shadow realm person, magic caster, and a park ranger dwarf. This job in particular is not going to have anything to do with mages, so it's could be a bit difficult, but you know, maybe you're doing like side jobs or something. As I expounded, it could be that you are doing the job because you came here due to an invitational letter. It could be that basically the fantasy version of Työkkeri got you the letter to they're working as a temp agency basically. Yeah, you have to pay for food. That's why I love Pathfinder. They have rules for cost of living. They have a rule for cost of living, and like various levels of cost of living as well. Mitä haastattelut taas karenssi. Something like that, yeah. No, it was just my hands. My hands were whispering sweet nothings in my ear. Goldenford Cliff. Kuntouttava työvoimapalvelu. Basically because the town is so close to Absalom, which is basically the center of all basically all adventure people. It could be fairly reasonable that they would just like send you over. I mean, it kind of does sound like the usual fare for the unemployment office. They're telling you that you have to accept this job from 100 miles away. I mean, it seems very reasonable, right? Take the hearts. Fireball. And Sword of Flames. Ooh. Teachy books. Huh. Handy. I see a collectible over there. Yeah, I've had to figure out a bunch of shit for the for making it streamable. Like how to make everyone hear music with Sirenscape, which is a really good piece of software. But integrating it so that everyone can hear it. I mean, technically, I could just invite all the players into like an online shared music thing. But I managed to make a Discord bot that actually broadcasts the music. Yeah, the saga is only beginning, and you never know what you discover about yourselves as the adventure begins and moves on. Rude. Like, the main thing, basically any GM can work with basically any kind of character as long as they are willing to go on adventure. That's like the main thing. The details of how it happens, that's a different thing. But it's not the most important one. Would you look at that? That is the inside of a rock. You'd think that the bears were like fucking lions or something because they're clearly toying with their prey. Just blood everywhere. My pet peeve or most hated players are the ones asking why would I ever... Yeah, I mean... You're the one who comes to the party, so you're the one who has to come up with the reason why you would stay with the party. And like, in one of the campaigns that I was in, I retired a character because he could no longer stand the party. His personal ethos was... The party was starting to turn into something that he couldn't trust, so he retired into doing something else with his waifu that he met during the adventures. And then I made a new character that was more amiable and more compatible with the party. Like a mercenary with the heart of gold kind of thing. Brutal in his methods, but he's just collecting money for an orphanage. That kind of silly thing. Oh, won't you look at that? No, couldn't eat the soul. The soul is already gone. But one of my tenets as a GM, it has always been rule of cool. As long as it's possible, it can be even improbable. But if it's really cool and you can somehow justify it and make it work, I allow you to try it. In the vein of opintolaina erääntyy maksatot. Yeah, I think we'll be making a lot of allusions to the Finnish welfare service throughout the adventure and maybe the campaign. I wouldn't be surprised. There will never be an end to it. We're gonna be hip with the kids, you know. Like all millennial writers, we are focusing on being relatable through student loans. Castle Condenford. Yeah, this is the... a most likely cursed castle. Where the hell are you? I think he's in the ground. So fireball it is. No, something else. Chaos Nova. Oh, there you go. Where the hell do these keep coming from? I'm mainly killing myself with the Grave Curse. But I do adore that skill. I just wish it lasted longer so that I had a better window of opportunity to actually get them killed, you know. And preferably I wish I could get it to more than one target so that I could do exactly what I did in Guild Wars 1. Chain explosions, that's just so good. Eat a whole cheese whale. Those are skeletons. They don't look very friendly. Oh yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think I've bought the upgrades to affect undead with mind affecting abilities. Okay, fine. You have a queasy feeling, a vague, powerful presence. Perhaps something, or perhaps its absence, seems to hinder her from taking a physical form. Is this gonna be one of... Ah, yes. It is a spirit. But can I actually see the spirit? No. Not that kind of spirit. That would go inside the castle. I'm gonna faff about outside first. Nothing. These look like false idols to me. What kind of heresy is afoot? Tisk tisk. So what is going on in the castle? Funny how skeletons resist things that involve death. Weird. Requires key. So I guess I'll look for one. I said, how is your workday looking tomorrow? I.e., how tired are you gonna be? Hopefully not at all, but you know. There's a lever somewhere. You will leave at 1300 and go home. That should be a good amount of time to just chill before starting to do the preparations for the thing. Yes, that is fine. Fine and good. And possibly even dandy. A village in turmoil. Don't think I have that book yet. More books? Nope. The life of Torgen Whispertongue. Get fucked, nerd. Okay, an artist. That much is certain. Another one that needs a key. Wooden bowl. Hopefully I've not blown away the key by exploding the bodies. That would be awkward. Ah, no. False hope. Damn it. Key? No? If I wasn't key, where would I be? Probably here. I just need to figure out how I get there. This could be like a chain or something. I may be overthinking it as well. Could be any one of a whole lot of things. It could be a pressure plate. Yeah. I screwed up my words so bad I bit my tongue. Well done me. see. There's one over there. I wouldn't happen to have like a spell for telekinesis or something. I in fact do. Staff of Frostbite. Hey, it's Rusty. Hello, friend. You wouldn't be able to tell me where the thing to open this is in here, would you? Ow. Dickhead. You would assume that it's in the same room, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Well, more often than not, I'm rather blind. I can easily miss the most obvious of things. It is not uncommon. No key under the carpet. Under the flower pot, maybe. Let's see how long it'll take. So telekinesis was not the thing. Wasn't any of these either. I really do hope that I haven't screwed myself over by Just making the key go. I have no fucking idea where. Yeah, obviously that seems like the place to go. But where the key? Where the entrance? Oh well, not in. The entrance is clear. The manner of getting to the entrance is a wholly different one. If anyone notices it, do tell. Because I, for the life of me, cannot. It's probably something like blindingly obvious. There's a bucket. I have... It wouldn't have been any one of the skeletons now, would it? Cannot be picked. Need a lock. Lock key. Duh. Cannot be lock picked. I need a lock. Yes, that's. It wouldn't be a weird puzzle now, would it? That would be a pain in the ass. Hmm. There would be another entrance. In fact, it was, yes. Well, that was a lot of time wasted. wrong skill. Sorry. Still no mana. Thankfully, I was too oblivious to even fall into it. Paintings, paintings, paintings. Reminds me of Layers of Fear. Ooh, inventory ledger. Fancy, very nice. With only a few looks, you can swiftly item at the register for supplies. On the last page are a few additional notes before the records end abruptly mid-sentence. 3 tons of fish, 4 chickens, a few sacks of flour and grain, 2 barrels of wine. Bill paid. Note, Brother Ilon, our wisest member, has instructed to reduce the orders. The sick won't consume more than half the ration. 5 cheese wheels, 1 barrel wine, 2 sacks of flour and grain. Bill paid. Notes none. 1 ton of fish, 1 chicken, a few bags of grain. Bill paid. Notes none. No supplies, no bill. Notes none. No supplies, no bill. Notes. The Countess Dal Goldenford has ordered us not to inhabit these halls anymore. They are too dangerous to remain. The provision until the departure and the discussion will happen through the remaining stock. Okay, so she told everyone to get the fuck out. I missed that one. Yeah. This is exactly why I should be doing that. Not before I loot, anyway. Oak flesh. A shield. Hmm. The undead are plentiful. There was something about cursed ore. Oh, we're here. We are here. That is a big ass key. I could have gotten it. Now that I look at it, I would just have to have moved the staff. Then it would be fine. And this side had nothing. There was a way going down. Yeah. And now I hit it. Well done, me. Books. The Past, Tome 4. A Village in Turmoil. Won't you look at that? So it was an X-ray area. Well, now I had the key. I'll go from the front door. Restless spirits. It'll counts as one. That's fair enough. Eat the crusty bread. Account of an Unknown Traveler, Volume 2. And then Encyclopedia Arcana. The Path, Tome 7, The Kralin. Oh, they're upstairs, clearly. Manual of Dreams and Visions. It's the village in turmoil again. Just a blank piece of paper. The Lost Brigand. The prudent boy and the righteous path. The thing was so full of shit. The Lost Ones. I do exactly the same thing as I always do. I collect unread books. And I'll read them eventually. The crystal jellyfish. Its physique can use in alchemy. Okay. I think I already have magic part 2. I know I have 4. Book of poetry. According to the Unknown Traveler Volume 3. Okay. Now I have 2 and 3. That I've not read. Light magic, I think I have the one. Have the one. Have the one. Have the one. Yep. Got the stuff. Who the hell are you? By my estimation, you are not dead. Oh. A dull golden foot. Dora the Explorer. Right. Yeah, the wolf's gonna die. That much is certain. Yeah, I don't hear you. Ay. She's not fucking around, I suppose. Okay. Consumable time. Protection from shock. It's just 15%. It's something. And I'm gonna... summon that one as a distraction. Get fucked. Chronicles of Goldenford. Yeah, old Claymore. Well, it is old. Yeah, I can see the resemblance. I can see it. Now, Dora the Explorer. I'm gonna steal your stuff. You don't need any more. Ambrosia, always good to have. Silver ingots. Yeah, probably should read this. Chronicles of Goldenford. These are the last lines I will write down in our chronic for now, in order to bring a little bit of illumination into the darkness which has us in its cheerless and misty claws for already quite some time. My decision is set. We will leave Goldenford. We, the inhabitants of the castle, are educated in healing herbs and life-giving magic, but the grip of a sword, something only the fewest of us have ever held. And for this, a fight seems impossible. Also, it is too late to call for help, for I am not willing to wait for further weeks for a messenger from Ark, and in the process lose the life of more men and women. Maybe, at the end, this disaster is our own fault, even if I can only assume for now. For this bizarre sickness roaming through our walls has so far never shown its face, or let one of us to remain sane long enough in order to work our magic for protection. The sickness is not the sickness is not controllable and is spreading like a wildfire, so fast that we almost can't inhume the affected. It is a too high risk. Today we will have our last meal in these halls, and then we shall leave without hesitating. The gods. King Lude and the maidservant Devotia. It's gonna be a spicy book. The Holy Order. Oh yeah, there's a soul here. I can smell it. Oh, well, hear it. Marius, dull golden fur. Of course they'll sleep in it. Soul. There it be. Well, she was nuts. I still have no idea what was going on. There was the sickness in the other keep. I'll have to go have a look-see. Upstairs. Oh, it just leads here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, wait. I didn't see that. Or is it some... Huh. It just comes down here. So necromancy afoot. Oh yeah, there was the whole soul in the front yard. Let's go have a chat. I have a queasy feeling of vague, powerful presence. However, something, or perhaps its absence, seems to hinder her from taking a physical form. The absence of what exactly, though? Because there clearly is something here. Question is what? Transmutation. Yeah, I do wonder what is going on here. Is the lack of something? The lack of a quest to trigger it? Maybe. I mean, that could be it. Yeah, it's... I think this is it for the time being, at least. Okay, sure. But what about the cursed ore? I have questions. Fuck it, I'm gonna give myself some leeway and cheat. Check if there is something. So, quick ads in the meanwhile. Vessel Goldenford. Right, library, take your time. Soul of Marius Dalgoldenford is here. In the room adjacent to the library. The final boss, Dora, the Explorer. There is a quest associated with it. That much I could expect. One of the books would give me something going here. Okay, you do have to go through a couple of hoops. It seems like it's part of something much larger. Do I have that book? That's the question. Myth and legend. I guess I'll have to go to town to see it. Could very well be the village in turmoil, could be one of those quest books as well. I could read it. A village in turmoil. A wanderer enters the village. He was a stranger from afar, his coat long and patched a lot, casting shadows on his face. The sun had already set when the stranger entered the tavern and, without inspecting his surroundings the least bit, approached the bar. He leaned forward to the surprised innkeeper and whispered something to him, which the other people in the tavern couldn't understand. With a concerned look on his face, the innkeeper ordered his wife to take his place for a moment, and disappeared together with the stranger in the kitchen. Just as the wooden door shut, a mutter of voices arose, farmers, craftsmen, and merchants. For all of them, this was a very unusual sight. The old innkeeper used to be very skeptical of strangers, so who could it have been that he trusted him on sight? Who was this tall man with his long coat and his walking stick? After a few minutes, the door opened and both went into the main room again. The innkeeper finally stepped in front of the people, his worries already visible in his gaze. I need to tell something very important to all of you. He forced himself to stand more upright and cleared his throat. As I was just informed, here within the village a magical displacement is happening. Wild mages conducted pathless experiments in a nearby cave, which will lead to terrible effects. We have no other choice than to leave this village. The innkeeper did his best to maintain his upright position and to appear calm, but his fear took over. After a few seconds, a carpenter from the back asked, "A magic what? What's that supposed to mean?" The eyes of the innkeeper were bound to the floor. "A magic displacement. Reality lost its path here." As it became obvious that still nobody really understood, the stranger stepped out of the shadows, stood in front of the innkeeper and spoke with a clear voice to the people. "Magic relies on a structure that holds our world together at its core. Some have the ability to alter this structure, to bend it and stretch it, which is generally known as using magic. To do this, forces from other eventualities are summoned into our reality. But here in this village, a split between the realities was created by pathless experiments conducted by these wild mages. Devastating energies and horrid creatures will creep into our world." The uneasiness filled up the entire room. A villager stood up and asked the stranger, "And there is nothing we can do? Can't you patch the split somehow?" The stranger, whose face was still covered by the hood, if you read that wrong, you might think that it says boob, hood of his coat, looked at the floor. The split widens at the moment, even though due to Malthus's grace, no harm has been done by the displacement. Great effort by the arcanists of the Sacred Order is made to keep the displacement confined, but it will probably be impossible to close it entirely. All we can do is trying to keep it from expanding. I am sorry. Sometimes there's grammar mistakes or some really odd wording. I'll just keep reading it. The stranger turned to the door, stepped outside, and looked back one last time, his eyes resting on the innkeeper. "Farewell, my dames and my sirs. You can still all leave this place and escape a terrible fate, but time runs out." Quickly, he turned around, closed the door, and faded in the stormy night. A village in turmoil. They said the title. What can we do? The elders have chosen to stay here at their home. They will never go. The young ones are in fear. They prepared to leave, but in love to their elders, they now stopped again. You stubborn elders, don't you see? The perils can't be turned away. Follow the path of Malthus and pray to be saved by him. Yeah, some village got fucked over by magic. Hello, horse. My trusty ass. I went through so much trouble to get this guy. Had to kill Ganondorf. Or Gandalf or something. I don't remember the name. I probably should visit those ruins while I'm here. An abandoned home. Coin purse. A letter. Dunwall. I appreciate your concern, but like always, I think that you are worrying too much. Grandmaster Aranthiel himself approved the mission, and don't forget that 2 keepers of the second signet are accompanying us. Besides, this is a good opportunity to impress the masters. Lambert, the only novice who was willing to accompany the infamous cranky master Bissara, alias the Broom, to an expedition. Hearing it like that, you forget that we merely have to dust off some Pyrean urns at the Sun Coast. Anyway, how are you? I'm betting you are thinking of nothing else but the examination. What a shame that Bartar really allowed this devil woman instead of Clara. But, well, we all know that his path abiding is limited to the daily walk to the liquor merchant. I am with you in my thoughts. If you can pass this examination, who else? Your friend Lambert. I am stealing your letter. Whoever you are. Old Sheriff. I guess that's the ruins. I would hazard a guess. I thought there was a staircase, but no. I was mistaken. Circular Protection rank 1, Chain Lightning rank 1, Summon Sword rank 1. I wish I got more rank 2 spells though. But beggars can be choosers. They absolutely can, but then they'll probably get nothing. Wrong one. I keep forgetting that I have the focus spell. And the focus power. Reducing mana cost is pretty significant after all. I've been that way. I have a feeling I've been here before, but never went to the actual ruins. Oh hey, would you look at this? Faffing about rewarded. That's something I appreciate about this mod. They added a good bunch of stuff for the intrepid explorer. Walking further away from the beaten path. Well, I think we need to go dungeon delving to actually get much more done than this. I leveled up again. I think. No? Just mistook the sound for something else. Or the level up sound. I see you. Old sheriff. Let's go have a look-see. Alright, this place is... Can I do I just boop? Or do I do something in particular? Why do I do? Oh. How the hell did that collapse? What? What? Okay, I guess. Sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm blind. There's the Devourer Soul. There's a bunch of magic crystals here that hurt me. Ancient coins. Eternal laser table. There you can sit at. Malachite ore. Spellbooks. Scrolls, not books. Dumbass. Dum dum. Dead adventurer. What the hell is this fella? Oh. You stay back. And then I ate you so delicious. Eh. Magic shenanigans. Yeah. Take all the stuff. Oh. Neat. I suppose some things are just going to be left as questions, such as this fuckery. Yes. And always lock. Barely a lock at all. Chaos Nova 2. Well, well. Maybe I should revisit some of these skills that I have. Increase health, so that shouldn't heal me by... I am not sure. Favorite the better one. Grave Curse, Soul Trap. Blazing Spark 2. Panic 3. Psionics is basically you're playing a Mesmer from Guild Wars. Telekinesis, Spell Ward. Divine Shield. Yeah, that is about it. So, let's see. Now, what do we have here? A letter. Let's have a look then. Many parts of the letter are covered with blood. Some parts are still readable. The following passage strikes you as interesting. Smiley face. Then we do it like this. I will go to the old toll station in the Heartland, and you will search together with Hector for this old grave mound at the Sun Coast. Don't forget what the old man told us. It may be a ruin, but with this red madness everyone keeps talking about right now, we should be prepared to bash in one or more heads. I hate it. I hate how close to a bee it looks like. So we shall meet again in the Nomad in Ark. Crazy. If there's truth in the rumor, we are rich. They say this strange geezer is paying enough for all armor pieces that you can spend decades. And each day with another girl at the Silver Cloud. Or in your case, with another guy. This will be our big thing, old man. Tell ya. Well. That's a big ball. And not much for this guy. Oh, it's alive. It does a good bit of damage. So does she. Jesus. Eat some crusty bread and it's K. It would be... No, you're not wearing the armor that you mentioned. Probably didn't get past the queen. Well, exactly because of the queen. You just didn't get to it. I guess I'll have a look at it. Wherever it is. Now, some armor or another. Potion. Assembly chambers. Doesn't look like a place where I'll easily get back from, so just quick look see. Yeah. I suppose there's nothing more to do then. Sure. Oh. Alexis said something. Man, an 8-day hour tomorrow full of simulation exercises of the part of my studies that I am not going to attend to in the working period that's starting next week. Because of the major fuck-ups in lack of communication. Haven't really studied for the simulations because it felt fucking pointless and unnecessarily stressing. Yeah, I mean, if you're not even going to be doing the... or getting to do the whole exercise thing, then why? Why would you put the effort in? Clearly they didn't. Stream Elements is being odd. It's still like... there's a 2-minute delay between those messages. It's posting everything in double. Why? I'll figure it out later. Well, things have a tendency of resolving one way or another. Pretty unprofessional that how they fucked up that bad. Zeuserath key chest. Terrible to Riverville. Not exactly a good view. This is a trap corridor. Or not, I guess. Ah, a lich, of course. We're gonna be doing this then. It's gonna be a caster off, and I'm just the better caster. Getting all the armor stuff. Saldrin's Touch. Make money out of ore. Now what is all this? Hello. Well. Let's go see the chest. Ancient coins, yes. Lesser soul gem. Protection from shock. Rune and spare parts. That is not exactly a great chest. Admittedly. Garb of the Mysterious Nomad. I prefer the Nemesis set, no. Can I open this? There was talk of some armor piece or something. I wish I had detect item. That would make things so much easier. Oh. Well, it's still not the thing. Something entirely different. Oh, Cherith. I'm gonna cheat a little bit again. Just gotta make sure that there isn't something here. So, another breaky thing. Well, at least the wiki is going to tell me. Well, now I went and spoiled myself on this place. This place is actually significant. For the story. And now I'm kind of a little bit spoiled on it, but other than this, I am not really missing anything. I got all the stuff that is to be gotten. Disenchant. 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 And disenchant. I have a ruby ring, for which I could throw stamina. It's kinda shit. Because my skill is not exactly very good, but fuck it. The ring is better than nothing. Since I went and disenchanted the good one. Now I have one that has 1/6 of the effect. I pretty much explored a whole lot of this area. Yeah. Probably go to town and call it a night. Boing. The fuck? Yeah, I thought so.
Lonesome traveler. Some folks just never learn.
How rude. Yeah, more likely to kill my own mount here. Dumbass. Sorry. I just had to deal with something. They really should be sending guard patrols. But they aren't. Bandit camp. Well, guess they'll die.
Wait. Someone's there.
Really? Where? Now that's just BMing horse. You didn't need to just step on him. But sure. You go off and show dominance. Cross the bread. I need to go there, but I'll probably have to go through that way. I seem to recall that there was no way from this side. Yep. I think this is the place where I found the first Butcher of Ark. Could be wrong. Which one was it? Oh, it's that much further south. Oh, silly me. Give me a second, I need to do grave robbing. Oh, never mind, I've already done it on this one. Oopsie. I'm far more efficient than I give myself credit for. sillä ratsastaa, and so forth. Who goes too easy on the scum? Who's scum? I'm the guy just... Taking mounts where mounts are not supposed to be. Yeah. I think that is a good spot to call it. It's been a while since I heard of this. It's still a mystery. But there is a quest for it that I could not yet solve. Since I haven't gotten the book that is going to be giving the quest. It might be in the storage box. I could have checked that, but the game is gone now. Can't help it. Right. Bit of a later start tonight, and maybe calling it a bit earlier. You're looking up. Anyway, hopefully it won't be looking up too much tomorrow, when we're supposed to be starting our streaming role-playing sessions on Twitch. I think it's called actual play, like it has just become the term for it. Like showing actual play without cuts. Or like including imperfections. It's not a perfect story and all that. As inspired by Critical Role, which is a series I have never watched. Well, until recently. I wanted to figure out what it's about. The episodes are 3 hours long, so yeah. It takes a while. I think that's why it was hard for me to get into it. So I listened to like hour-long episodes for other like actual play podcasts like Glass Cannon podcast, and recently I started Hideous Laughter podcast. Excellent groups of people. They have real good chemistry. They have just good stuff in general. I am not striving to be anywhere near these people. Like, they started off really professional. They're keeping it really professional. And I don't think myself a Matt Mercer. No. I just do my best. I try to make the whole thing enjoyable, hope that we can collaborate together in making it a cool story. Usually on pre-written material, because I like pre-existing lore. I really don't care about homebrewing. Why would I care about homebrew world number 7501 when I can just take the generic fantasy and like fantasy world of Galarian, where people can come in knowing something about the world, and I like to play things according to lore. or like to give tidbits of lore. So if anyone knows the lore, they get to enjoy it. I, for certain, enjoy having some sort of foreknowledge when I listen to these things. Like, for instance, if I was listening to Curse of Strahd, I know Barovia, I know Strahd, I know what to expect from a meta perspective. And that makes me appreciate it much more than if it was somebody's just homebrewed, completely, totally unique, don't steal world that only they really know anything about, and they're just revealing it to you. I mean, it's not that bad, but I'm not into it. I just want to set my things into an existing world. Because I enjoy the lore of Golarion, the setting of Pathfinder, Pathfinder in general. Elves are aliens from another world. They expound this all in Starfinder as well. It's neat how they go together. I just like how piecemeal the world is. Like, if you want a theme, you basically have it, no matter where you go in Golarion. Obviously, Shantia is... it's China. In general, like East Asia, if you want to do wuxia style game. If you want techno barbarians, you have techno barbarians and androids and robots and shit. You go to the what was the place name? Anyway, it's very mostly like a occupied by a land occupied by roaming nomads, barbarians, etc., and highly technologically advanced spaceship crashed into that place, and they've been reverse engineering stuff, so it makes for really wacky stuff. Then there's Arisen, which is basically an oligarch-run magic kingdom, evil magic kingdom, for the most part. All kinds of things like that. I just appreciate how you can pick a theme and just fit a story in it. Anyway, that is enough just simping for the Golarion setting and Pathfinder in general. Hopefully tomorrow will go well, and no technical issues, and I don't just freeze up for whatever reason. I'm sure I won't be able to kill the party in the first session, right? Well, I guess we'll see. I should probably put the correct scene back.